The chairman of the House Intel Committee is threatening to hold Attorney General Jeff Sessions in contempt of Congress after failing to comply with a subpoena and his failure to hand over classified material. One America's John Hines spoke with Devin Nunes about how he plans to handle the situation this week.
I'm here with Chairman Devin Nunes. Sir, I wanted to ask you, you've talked about holding Attorney General Sessions in contempt. Wanted to ask you about that. What is the rationale behind that, and what's the process?
So we don't want to be here. Let's start with that. No one in Congress wants to be here, but the bottom line is we've had this investigation going for a long time into FISA abuse that occurred by the executive branch. We need documents to be able to verify if things were done properly or improperly. So that's what we're waiting on. So we sent a letter a few weeks ago, a classified letter. That letter was not responded to. It was ignored. We issued a subpoena. There was a quick turnaround on the subpoena. We got back on Thursday that they were not going to comply. So now we have no other choice but to move to hold the Attorney General in contempt if they don't provide the documents. And that's what we're moving forward on now.
And so would that be a vote in the committee tomorrow or later this week?
No, it would probably go directly. My guess is we would probably send a letter first, and then we would just take it straight to the floor if we had to get to there. I don't believe it's the position of the administration to not provide the documents to Congress. And we need to figure out if that's the case. I believe even Attorney General Jeff Sessions wants us to get these documents.
Is this an example of the deep state in action?
Yeah, I think what it is people below that are using lots of lawyers to play lawyer games to ensure that it is as hard as possible for us, Congress, to get the information that we need. And as I think most people know now, every time we ask for information, they come out and say it's going to be the end of the world as we know it. We're going to ruin our national security apparatus. And then, of course, when the American public finds out what it is that we were looking for, they then discover, oh my gosh, that was blown out of proportion. That wasn't true. So this is what we continue to deal with. It's very frustrating, but we're going to continue to work and pressure to make sure that the American people get full transparency on what's occurred at our Justice Department.
Is leadership on board with this, leadership in the House, sir?
Yeah, so I have not had a chance to brief the Speaker yet. However, the staff is well aware. We have been working with the Office of General Counsel so that we were well prepared to be in this position to move on contempt if we have to. So I don't suspect any issues would be there with the leadership.
So it sounds like you still are hopeful and you would like to get these documents as opposed to proceeding with this sort of an action. Is that correct?
That's correct. And we're not but unlike before, we're not going to wait. We're not going to take excuses. We're not going to be told this is going to endanger national security. Those are like the boy that cried wolf. They continue to say those things, and we find out later that they weren't true.
So if nothing happens, you will proceed then?
Oh, we're going to get the documents, yes.
One way or another?
One way or another, as I think the American public knows now, when we say we're going to get something, we get it. And we will use every tool that we have in our toolbox in order to get that as quickly as possible.
We can use your help. Call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call today.